2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Boston, Massachusetts. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. Now here's Brown to the middle. Tice kicks to Brown. From outside the arc, Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
And Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
The offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Hayward finds Walker. No good, shot missing. And Atlanta will come the other way. Pass to Capella. In the corner, Herter with it. Back to Capella. Hawks passing it around. It's Young on the wing. And that one drops.
And adept mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Tice. Shoots over Capella. Tatum trying to break free. And he can't bank that one in. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Walker the pass to Tice. The kick out to Walker. Back to Tice. The dish to Hayward. No good, unable to end this run.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Young with no one around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here they go. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Walker.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
Kicks it to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. And Boston with the rebound.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
That one drops for him. Hayward's got his second basket of the night. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now Hunter, after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Walker, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Reddish is checked in. Now here's Tatum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Young from outside trains it from beyond the arc.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Young up top. He's got 10. Capella, great positioning on the putback.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
I mean, it's encouraging to see Cantor finish on the drive. The D has to offer more resistance.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Collins kicks to Reddish. Hunter dishes to Capella. Here's Young. Another miss by Young.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 6 points.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, and when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Tatum. Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Smart, and it's Wanamaker in at the 1. Teague kicks to Reddish. Teague the pass to Jones. And stolen by Williams. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Teague. In the corner, Smart with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks leading by 6.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
6 to shoot. Jones in the post. Tatum on him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
And Reddish with the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And Hayward gets it to go.
And the way Hayward measures the three ball, that's just textbook form. I mean, great balance. He's got this shot down pat.
T kicks to Bembry. Passes to Dedmon. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Hayward outside. Lets it go with a 3. They grab their own miss.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Outside Teague. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go for it. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Hayward. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
11 feet away. Rebound by Williams. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. 4-point game. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And then for Atlanta, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Jones. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. And there's the pass to Dedmon. Here's Fernando. Outside Teague. Pass to Fernando. And the call. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Three-pointer, Hayward. Rebounded by the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And so Collins nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Walker the pass to Hayward. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Celtics trail by 8. Hayward on the wing. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Fires for 3. Hunter grabs the miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Good on the three-point shot. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stolen away. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside Collins. Young against Tice. Young, good.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
Now here's Walker. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that's the end of the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Atlanta was looking great right away. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush going on in a... That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at center. Shot clock at 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jason Tatum.
I mean, really, Capella is a handful for the defense. I mean, at times you got to foul him.
All free throws good from Capella.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Brown, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 11. Inside, Young. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Tice. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you see how Hayward just made that pass? You got to say, man, he's got some vision.
And it's Young at the elbow. And yes, it's good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Hayward can hit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Here's Young, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. Down by 15. Makes it off the glass. Walker's got his second bucket.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete who somehow muscles in tough shots.
Young, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Walker, the definition of a creative finisher. No foul, no problem.
Herter passes to Capella. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for Clint Capella.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Passes it to Brown. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams is checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Bembry. He's covered by Brown. Here's Jones. Excellent D there from Williams.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
To the inside. Wanamaker misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Down low and stolen by Williams. .114 left here in the third quarter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Celtics shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Jones kicks to Reddish. Here's Bembry, guarded by Smart. The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics trail by 10. To the paint. Cantor, the pass to Tatum. A second chance effort. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And stolen by Tatum. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Wanamaker. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The shot's good from Cantor.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Stolen by Smart. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hawks lead by 8. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Fernando, the pass to Bembry. And Boston with the rebound. Kanter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Celtics trail by 8. And stolen by Dedmon. Here's Fernando. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first one falls, and a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Kanter. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague.
And although he's smaller, Walker doesn't fear going inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anyway.
Young taking his time here. Bucket is good.
He's doing it all for them tonight. Amazing how many of their points come straight from him.
Outside, Walker. Tatum on the wing. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Brown kicks to Hayward. And the pass to Walker. There's the triple.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
And a deep three from Young. But they'll get another chance. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Here's Walker. Here's Tice. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Capella.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Young for 3. That one misses. And it's Boston the other way. From deep, Walker with the putback. And Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got his first bucket in this one.
The anticipation, the length. Tatum maximizes the opportunity on both ends.
And stolen by Hayward. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Walker.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Pass to Capella. Dishes it to Young. Shoots over Walker, and it's good off the back rim and in. 28 points for Trae Young. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Young against Walker. Tatum on the wing. Three-pointer. Atlanta with the rebound. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Young. Shoots from the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper. Young's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
And the Hawks with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, and Tatum pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the inside. The kick out to Young. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered by Brown. And here's Young from the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Capella with the bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board. He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Nuggets, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point. Now, here is Young. Good defense by Jokic.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way in the shade. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
To the wing on the left. Young from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Now here's Barton. Murray kicks to Barton. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the high post. Up again. Jokic on the follow.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Young outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Murray kicks to Harris. They get it back. Murray against Young. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Hunter with it. Now defended by Jokic. Herter passes to Young, and it goes down 2 points.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Young, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Now Collins. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. Capella. Young trying to break free, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
Harris kicks to Murray. A 3 ball. And again, Denver no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Young. 54 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Collins. Here's Hunter. Young outside. Shoots over Barton. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. To the right side. Millsap's against Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. Rebound by Murray. Harris with it. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Nuggets lead by 1. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard.
And Teague is just the player you want drawing fouls and getting to the line. A solid free throw shooter.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Bounce pass from Plumlee. Count it. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Now, here's Reddish. Not a lot of room, and it's in there. Dedmon's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Plumlee in the high post. Back to Morris. He feeds it to Porter. It's stolen by Reddish. Fast break, here they come. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Fernando's checked in, and so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Morris, no good. The Hawks leading by 3. Fernando, the pass to Reddish. Here's Jones. The Hawks working the ball around. T dishes to Reddish. It's stolen by Morris. And Plumlee kicks to Morris. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Reddish. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
It's stolen by Morris. Porter passes to Morris. Grant outside. Jacks up a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, he's a much improved 3-point shooter, Jeremy Grant. Coaches have to appreciate what he does for the team spacing because of him knocking that down.
Kept alive.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Outside Porter. Offensive rebound. Back to Morris. The three. Another three for Denver.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And the big fella, Mason Plumlee, you know, he could start for some teams in this league, but he's been dynamite off the bench for the Nuggets.
Yeah, you take a look at his game, Greg, and defense and rebounding and finishing, all high level. But one thing that's underrated, but I appreciate a lot, is his passing game. It's come a long way. He does a lot to help you in a reserve role.
Jones, the pass to Bembry, and there it is for him. And the Hawks lead by 1. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Morris looking over the floor. Throws it up high, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Outside, Jones. Here's Bembry. Outside T. 6 on the shot clock. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
The pass to Bembry. Inside, Fernando. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. We're going to bring in some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And a deep three from Young. Capella, the pass to Herter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Herter's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks. Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, down low. Passes it to Collins. It's Young on the wing. No good with the triple.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Millsap passes to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got 6 points. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. They get it back.
And one thing about Hunter, it never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
Back to Barton. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. It's Young on the wing. Nails the corner 3. He has 7.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
Fires from 14. The putback, Jokic on the follow. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Young against Murray. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, you got to box him out or he takes off for these throwdown putbacks. Capella doing work on the glass.
Young against Murray. Over Young. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Porter comes in for Will Barton, and it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Reddish dishes to T. Down low. Hunter the pass to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Wide open look here for Murray. No good on the 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Plumlee is checked in for Denver. Morris comes in for Murray. And then for Atlanta, Jones checked in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Bembry in for DeAndre Hunter. Dedmon. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. Dedmon's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta. Morris against T. Craig kicks to Porter. Floats it up for Jokic. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Reddish dishes to Dedmon. Misses from close range. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Atlanta leading by 7. Grant is out there at Plumlee. Then it's Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Now here's Grant. Dedmon defending. In the corner, it's Morris. From outside, off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Craig passes to Porter. At the top of the key, Plumlee to the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Shoots from the baseline. With the clock winding down, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Grant. Porter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Young passes to Bembry. Reddish with the ball. Jones in the post. He's covered by Grant. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Reddish. The Nuggets trail by 10. He lobs it up. Plumlee, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Then for the Hawks, John Collins comes in for Jones. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. The dish to Daniels. Rebound by the Hawks. To the middle. Here's Young. 11 feet out and he hits it. Young's got 5 points now this quarter. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Huerter. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Dedmon. Young for three. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Millsap misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Young, no good. Now Murray. Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Over to the wing. Got a piece of it. Young up top. Over Murray. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Fires from deep. Off on that one. And so Atlanta takes this one. But thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps tonight. Hello, fans. Welcome to Payday.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020.
Thank you, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's House in at the small forward. Now, here is Young. Herter passes to Capella. Rebounded by Covington.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Tucker. Here's Westbrook. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. It doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Now, here is Young.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here is Harden. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. From deep. Young, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
The 10-footer. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Russell loves the challenge there, and he's in the heart of the defense, and he rips it out of him there.
Young with the ball. There's the pass to Collins. Shoots over Covington, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Takes a 3. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Here's Harden, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Young looking around. Goes up on the wing. Misses off the left iron. Houston leading by 6. Harden right side. Hawks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. He kicks it to Chandler. House dishes to Harden. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. The Hawks trail by 6. Young inside. He's covered by Westbrook. A nice shot by Young.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
Westbrook against Young. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Chandler kicks to Harden. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. For Atlanta, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Teague, the pass to Bembry, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
In the corner, it's McLemore. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Teague for 3. Reddish controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I think the length of Reddish right there helped him out with that rebound.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Now here's McLemore inside and stolen by Dedmon. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Pass to Jones. Here's Bembry. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to...
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, I'm playing off the ball.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Jones. Then it's Reddish. Then there's Teague. And it's Bembry in at the 2. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Teague, the pass to Dedmon. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Houston making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Harden in for Austin Rivers. Then for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Damian Jones. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Now here's McLemore outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Young pass to Fernando. Here's Collins. And here's Reddish. Collins kicks to Young. And that one, good.
Everyone expects him from long range. Nice to see him in the mid-range get something done.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Damari Carroll comes in for McLemore, and Russell Westbrook subbed in for Eric Gordon. Here's Fernando. Now Tucker. Westbrook passes to Carroll. Westbrook against Collins. Westbrook kicks to Carroll. Pass to Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Young with no one around. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Harden, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
It's Young on the wing. Here is Harden. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Here's Westbrook, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
And Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they looked to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now the pass to Harden. Launches it. Here is Mbamute. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Westbrook with it. 6 points for him. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, not only the power there, did he chip a twos on the rim? One of the best dunkers in the game.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Lets it go from 14. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Passes to Carroll. He feeds it to Mbamute. Second shot opportunity. It's Carroll on the wing. The three from Harden. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. And that's a wrap with the third quarter approaching.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Harden. Step back on that one and let it fly. Harden's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Rockets. It's Young on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Rockets leading by 3. Harden outside, picked off in midair. Pass to Young for the tie. They get it again. Herter, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Herter's got his first points of the night.
And Herter at 6'7", able to get in there and get after the offensive rebound.
It's Covington on the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Atlanta with the rebound. Young outside for the lead, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Feeling out the defense, Trae Young with great patience there, and then just enough room to squeeze one off.
Young against Westbrook. The pass to Harden. Three-pointer. The Rockets with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the shot goes down. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Trae Young might be the last guy in this offense that you want to lose sight of.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Covington. Not going to go that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Blake, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility. One of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
Poked away. Tucker, the pass to Harden. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting, with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David. Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 7-point Atlanta lead.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herter's able to get his feet set that time.
Outside, Covington. Harden scanning the floor. Kicks to House. Back to Harden. Releases. On the wing, Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 10 points in the game. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Young fires away from outside. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The second effort. Here's Harden. Makes it off the glass. He's got 12.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Now, here is Young. 16 points for him. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered closely. Fernando can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Fires from 18. Westbrook double team. A nice shot by Tucker.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Right wing. Here's Herter, guarded by Harden. Passes it to Young. The kick out to Westbrook. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Hawks lead by 1. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Jones is out there with John Collins. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Teague. And it's Bembry in its shooting guard. On the wing, Gordon. To the inside. Green, no luck. The Hawks leading by 3. To the paint. Teague can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
From deep, McLemore got a piece of it. Stolen by Collins. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Back to Capella. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hunter's checked in for Damian Jones. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Gordon, the pass to Green. Collins grabs the miss. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And here's Young from the arc. But they get it back. Capella kicks to Young. Cranes the three-pointer. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Green. Looking to end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Green finds Gordon. The Rockets with another miss. The Hawks leading by 10. And now Young running the floor all by himself.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Houston. Your son Cole, Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. He was measured in his words. He told his players, look, we're doing a lot of good things out there, really good things. Stay confident and stay positive in your approach. Trying to keep their hopes up, Kevin.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Russell Westbrook go to the line here. It's going to go on Scalabissiere. The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Well, a triple-double machine, and what we're trying to get out of Russell Westbrook as he moves on is understanding he can adjust his game to the teammates around him.
Reddish kicks to T. Left side, Jones. The Hawks working the ball around. 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Hawks making a switch here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jones. John Collins comes in for Labissiere. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benford.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
It's Collins with the drive. Capella dishes to Collins. He kicks to T. And the pass to Huerter. Feeds to Capella. Here's Hunter. His three-pointer's off the mark. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8.
Chandler has some experience, but still can be very impactful on the defensive end of the floor.
Chandler hits them both. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Collins with it. In the corner, it's Hunter. Here's Huerter. In the corner, Collins with it. Back to Huerter. Chandler with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
The three from Harden. Rebound, Atlanta. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Teague. Out left to the wing. Covington with the steal.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? And this is the thing about Westbrook. He wants to take the responsibility when it matters most.
Westbrook with the steal. Harden outside. Pass to Westbrook. Covington dishes to Westbrook. And a deep three from Harden. Trifecta!
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus earlier.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the pivot, manning the middle. Brown goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now, here's Capella. Here's Young. It's deflected. Now, Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Trae Young. The putback, and Tatum stays with it.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
A slow start for Atlanta in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And Walker kicks to Tice. On the wing, Brown. Back to Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. Down low, here's Hayward. Tice trying to break free. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Walker.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Knocks it loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Collins kicks to Young to end the run. He lays it in.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The 3 from Tatum. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Collins passes to Young. From 17 feet out. That shot no good. Now Boston takes it the other way.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here is Young after Jaylen Brown's miss. A quick shot there and it's off target.
Well, this guy cannot get started and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
They get the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Young in the corner. And he gets it to go. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Well, how about the awareness of Kemba Walker? Make your teammate feel good with a pretty pass, Kemba.
55 seconds left here in the first quarter. And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
That one falls.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Rejected by Walker, and they're able to recover. Capella with the bucket. Celtics leading by 4. Outside, Walker. In the corner, Tatum with it. The three-pointer, no good. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Again, Young missing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Count the basket.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Young fires away from outside. Again, Young missing. And so it's Boston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Jones in at the 4-man position. Here's Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one falls for Williams. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Teague. To Dedmon. Kicks it to Reddish. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smart on the wing. Brown outside. Back to Wanamaker. The Celtics working the ball around now. For 3. And Jones pulls it down. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Teague. Jones looking for an opening. Bembry kicks to Reddish. Inside. Shot from 6. Dedmon's shot is off. Boston leading by 4. Outside, Smart. And there's the pass to Canner. Here's Wanamaker. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Clearly a foul.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Teague. And then for Boston, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Cantor. And Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Williams finds Walker. Tatum with it. Back to Walker. Hayward passes to Williams. Hayward outside. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Tatum. Hunter grabs the miss.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Young, no good. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Leading by 5. Here's Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Now, here's Collins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Young, and stolen by Williams. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Smart passes to Hayward. Williams trying to break free. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Young against Hayward. Count it. Young's got 6.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Back to Walker. Hayward on the wing. Beyond the arc. Walker's shot is off. Hunter kicks to Collins. In the corner. Herter with it. Back to Young.
I'll tell you, Kemba Walker in the grill of...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Things were going Boston's way from the beginning. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to... And that'll do it for our halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Daniel Tice.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center. Now here's Brown. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. He's got 8.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Capella. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Tice. He's got 8. Tatum kicks to Walker. For 3, Hayward. To the paint. He had stolen by Capella. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Walker against Young. Here's Capella. Lays it up and banks it in. Capella's got 8 points.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Hayward from outside. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Hunter. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Shots good from Young. Young's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Back to Brown. Hayward on the wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Young on the wing. For the 3. It's good from long range. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Brown the pass to Walker. To the middle. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The solid mechanics of Jason Tatum on display. How about the balance in a difficult finish?
And here's Young from the arc. Offensive rebound.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Now here's Walker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Tatum on the wing. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Pre-shot preparation and catch and shoot is important. Jason Tatum on point.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range 2s. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, this is a shot that Jaylen Brown must make consistently. Nice seeing him start to look confident, stroking it from deep.
Young's shot is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Walker. Hayward from outside. It's rebounded by Herter.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Hayward passes to Tice. Back to Hayward. And it's good, 2 points.
Attacking right there. Hayward using the strength that he has built up over the years to finish through contact.
Passes it to Hunter. Capella dishes to Young. To the wing right side. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
And he's good on the second. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. Williams. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Reddish. Then there's Teague. Then it's Jones. And it's Bembry in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Cantor. Williams kicks to Smart. Pass to Wanamaker. And here's Cantor. Clock at 4. To the right wing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Teague, the pass to Reddish. To the inside, Jones. And Boston with the rebound. Kicks to Cantor. Williams passes to Wanamaker. Right side, Williams to take the lead. And the layup is good. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And there's the feed to Jones. Excellent D there from Williams.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Wanamaker, the pass to Cantor. Now Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Cantor. At the elbow, Williams. To the right side. Here's Wanamaker. Up again. And Williams is right there. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Reddish with the ball. Working on Williams. The shot by Reddish, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Wanamaker, the pass to Cantor. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And the Celtics also making a change. Hayward's checked in.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Left side, Williams. Back to Cantor. Inside. It's stolen by Capella.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Williams up on top, defended by Young. Tries again. Williams gets the bucket.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Here's Herter. Young inside, guarded by Smart.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Cantor, the pass to Wanamaker. Capella with it. Cantor covering. Down low. It's deflected. And now running up the court. Hayward's pushing it up. The pass to Williams. Back to Hayward. Feeds it to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 4th assist in this one.
Not easy trying to compete with the toughness of Williams, especially when he's near the rim.
Here's Herter. Hunter kicks to Young. A beautiful reverse layup. Young's got 16 here in the second half.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Cantor, the pass to Smart. Now Williams. Now Cantor. Capella covering. Cantor's shot is off. Here's Herter. There's 47 seconds left in the game. Williams dishes to Hayward. Cantor inside. Capella's there. Good on the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Why, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
Young's shot is off. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. No good on the triple. Young way outside. Offensive rebound.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
From deep three-point range, can't connect. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visitor.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2D8.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. And it's Young in at the 1.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Now, here's Jokic. After the miss from Trae Young. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the 3. Now Young. Pass to Hunter. High post shot. Young's shot is off.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. There's the 3. The Nuggets with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And here's Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And Young kicks to Collins. Herter passes to Capella. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Now, here is Young. And he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Murray. Barton, wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Young way outside and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Millsap finds Jokic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Now, here's Reddish. Dedmon. A shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Here's Morris. Launches a 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Grant with the ball. Jones covering, and they're running. Morris passes to Porter. The shot's good.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's Teague. No points in the game yet for him. Reddish dishes to Jones. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
They get it back. There's the pass to Grant. They shoot again. Back to Morris. Pass to Grant. And here's Jokic. It's stolen by Reddish. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. Plumlee is checked in for Denver.
And Teague is just the player you want drawing fouls and getting to the line. A solid free throw shooter.
Morris kicks to Craig. Pass to Porter. Fires the three. Craig can't get it to go. Teague with the ball. Here's Dedmon. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 4. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
They've got Teague. Bembry out there with Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Fernando in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Porter looking it over. Pass to Plumlee. Over Dedmon. The shot's good from Plumlee. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
The Hawks trail by 4. Now the pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. The dish to Reddish. To the middle. Here's Dedmon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Porter outside. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Craig. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. On the wing, Morris. Outside, Porter. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Teague, the pass to Fernando. Back to Teague, stolen by Grant. Now, here is Morris. To the paint, and stolen by Dedmon. Reddish with the ball, now guarded by Porter. Reddish kicks to Teague. Passes to Fernando. Some solid defense from Grant. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That's his first foul. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. The Nuggets leading by 4. And Murray, here we go. Outside for Millsap. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Up again, and staying with the play, Harris.
Yeah, I like the extra effort Harris is putting into crashing the offensive glass. Good timing by Gary that time.
Young outside, and count it from 19 feet away.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris has played, trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And now here comes Young leading the break. Kicks it to Hunter. Back to Young. From deep. Denver grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Murray surveying the D. Jokic passes to Murray. And that one hits back iron. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Young way outside. Another miss by Young. Pass to Jokic. Back to Barton. He dishes it to Millsap. Murray for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end. And that's going to do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Barton in at the small forward. It's good. Young's got the first points of the second half here for the Hawks.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogden, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Hunter. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Murray outside. The 3. Millsap misses. The Hawks shooting about 42% so far. Young passes to Capella, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Now Murray. Down low, and Jokic throws it down.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Here's Young, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Young's got the game tied up here for Atlanta. Here's Harris. Good. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
The Hawks working the ball around, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Young.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Atlanta making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Murray outside. Back to Daniels. Murray outside. The pass to Plumlee. 5 on the clock. Floats it up for Millsap. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in for Murray. Teague the pass to Bembry. For the lead. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
And over time, Teague has really gotten more and more comfortable shooting his three-point shot, and that's impressive considering what a weapon it can be for him.
Out to the right wing. Passes it to Bembry. To the left side wing. And it's sent back by Plumlee. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Young for 3. And no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nuggets ahead, up 1. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Reddish, and it's Jones in at the center filling out the middle.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Here's Craig. And Jones pulls it down. And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a one-point game. Young with no one around. Good on the triple.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Grant, right side. There's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant, moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Pass to Reddish. Hunter dishes to Reddish. Young from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Grant outside. Back to Plumlee. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Craig. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Reddish the pass to Young. Releases. Here's Collins. Some solid defense from Grant. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Barton throws it down.
Yeah, you can't forget about the jumping ability of Barton now. I mean, this guy is phenomenal at finishing off these alley-oops.
Young finds Jones. Collins wide open. He fires. The Hawks again can't hit. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Craig passes to Porter. Here's the pass to Plumlee. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Young kicks to Collins. Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shoots from the high post. The putback, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Michael Porter.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moments. Big time shot there.
The Hawks trail by 4. On its way from Young for 2. They get it back, and Collins is right there.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Harris outside. Pass to Millsap. Floats it up for Jokic. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Young finds Collins. Takes it from 10, and Young with the basket on the assist by Collins. Young's got it all tied up now for Atlanta. Murray with it, guarded by Hunter. Here's Jokic. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Herder. Over to the left wing. Young in the corner. That three off the mark. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
It falls.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Yes!
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Good from beyond the arc. What a shot. But they may take a second to look at it. Boy, that was close. Well, they are going to replay right now to make sure he did not release it in time as the officials originally ruled. moments away. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday. TA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the 1.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, come on, G.A. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothes. Well, what you do appreciate about Westbrook is how determined he is. I mean, he plays with such a contagious intensity.
Now, here's Hunter. That's tipped. Westbrook with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Harden kicks to House. Off target from outside. Young taking his time here. Over Westbrook. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Harden. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Fires, high post. It doesn't go for him. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Herter passes to Collins. Young outside. Second chance shot. Capella, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A workhorse on the glass. Capella ready to pounce on misses as soon as the shot goes up.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And the shot goes in.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Outside Westbrook. Good work defensively by Capella.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy layup.
Collins kicks to Hunter. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Young. The rebound by Harden. Rockets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Now here's Westbrook. Defense right on him. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Young with the ball. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were...
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. He uses his finesse to get flashy. I mean, Westbrook is an elite above-the-rim finisher.
The pass to Capella, stolen by Tucker. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball, launches the 3. The shot missing. Hawks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Young, buries the jumper to finish the break. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
To the inside. Covington's shot is off.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Back to Herter. Young outside. From 10 feet out, 2 points. That one goes. Young's got 6 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Westbrook against Young. Westbrook, no good. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Young outside. Shoots over Covington. Young's shot is off. Rockets trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
I mean, look, it's evident that Tucker likes trying his luck inside. He has the size, weight, toughness, and touch to be effective.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Harden inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Atlanta. They're up by 4. Wilton. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Dwayne Dedmon, Teague out there with Bembury. Then it's Reddish, and it's Jones in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Clock at 6. The putback, and no good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And throughout his career, Robert Covington, a favorite in the advanced stats community. No surprise then that a team like the Rockets valued him so highly.
Yeah, and the decision to go small made easier by his length and his ability to defend bigger players.
Here's Dedmon, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Dedmon's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They get the rebound. Jones, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
It's Covington on the wing. Here's House. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. One-on-one fast break. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got his first bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
From 11 feet away, and he gets the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Here's Chandler, and the layup is good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Passes it to Bembury. Outside Teague. Pass to Fernando. He feeds it to Jones. Fernando, the pass to Bembury. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Jones, no luck. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Westbrook kicks to House. Back to Westbrook. Deflects the pass. And it's all evened up. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Oh, very effective. Once he gets this close, I mean, Westbrook knows he has what it takes to capitalize.
And here comes House, leading the fast break. Here's Harden, and it's Houston with another. 1:58 left in the first half of basketball. Westbrook against Teague. Pass to Reddish. Jones in the post. Covington's there. 4 on the clock. Here's Teague. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Teague's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
On the wing, Harden. 16 feet away, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Banbury kicks to Teague. The shot will not fall. The Rockets go the other way with it. Right side, Westbrook.
Oh, nice. Oh, showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Over to the wing. Teague against Westbrook, and good that time.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. It's Westbrook with the drive. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Covington with it. Picked up by Teague. Harden outside. Pulls up on the elbow. Chandler. It's good on the putback. Chandler's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
And the pass to Reddish. To the middle. Harden inside the three-point line. Oh, he nails it just. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that's...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
So on the floor for Houston, Green is out there with Chandler. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's McLemore, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Now here's McLemore outside. Young with the steal. The tray. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Rivers against Young. Rivers scanning the floor. McLemore, the pass to Chandler. Banked in off the glass. Chandler's got his 3rd basket of the night. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Hawks trail by 6. And here is Capella. Passes to Hunter. Dishes to Young. Shot clock at 6. That one goes in.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Rivers against Young. Rivers passes to Chandler. Inside. Here's McLemore. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Young inside. He's guarded by Rivers. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Young.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Back to Rivers. Pass to Chandler. Down low, Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Pass to Young. From deep, Collins trying to break free. Another miss by Young. Rockets leading by 6. To the inside, Young with the steal. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, really, Capella is a handful for the defense. I mean, at times you got to foul him.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Young. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chandler. Damari Carroll comes in for Green. James Harden, he's checked in for McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Bembry in for DeAndre Hunter. Harden the pass to Carroll. There's the steal. To the paint. Here's Teague. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 4. It's Covington on the wing. 58 seconds left to play in the third. Dedmon with the block. And here's the fast break. Left side, Jones. Feeds it to Dedmon. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance from deep Harden. And Jones pulls it down. The Hawks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. To the middle. Here's Bembry. The Hawks working the ball around. Dedmon passes to Bembry. Dedmon trying to break free. Bembry misses. Outside, Green. Down low. And stolen by Dedmon. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets lead by 4. We're going to step aside. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Jones is out there with Hunter. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Dedmon in at the 5, roaming the paint. To the left wing. Westbrook against Young. Green with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden. Westbrook against Young. Green breaking loose. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. The Hawks trail by 6. Young with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Green finds Covington. Here is House. To the paint, pulls up. And there's Green on the assist by House. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Dedmon dishes to Reddish. And here's Young from the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Young against Westbrook. Outside, Green. Green draws the double. Kicks to House. In the corner, Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Over Reddish. Harden's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 5. Stolen by Harden. Inside, here's Green. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Damian Jones. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. At the tip, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip balls.
Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Rockets lead by 8.
It's not an easy job to guard Harden. It's made even harder when his mid-range game is working.
And Young kicks to Collins. Back to Young. Lets it go from deep. And Eric Gordon pulls it down.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Tyson Chandler.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Westbrook passes to Chandler. The kick out to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Westbrook's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets. Young outside. Count it. Good. Young's got 11 in the second half.
He's really clever with the basketball. Young's so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Here's Westbrook, and he converts the layup. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Now the dish to Gordon. Chandler kicks to Covington. The three from Harden. No good there. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Young. Again, Young missing. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Here's the Hawks with the ball. 8-point game. Again, Young missing. Harden surveying the D. From outside the arc. The putback.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong... David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For great...